Welcome to Car Question. We are doing a used vehicle review this week and we choose the RAV4. The first RAV4 saw the day in 1996. It was a lot smaller, less powerful, and it was looking like a jelly bean. So it evolved a lot to meet the family requirements of today. It's bigger, stronger, and we've even got a hybrid version for 2016. The version that we choose to present to you is the 2010 RAV4 Limited V6, the strongest RAV4 ever created. So there we go, this is the test vehicle of the week at Car Question. Alright, let's talk about the exterior of the 2010 RAV4 Limited V6. First of all, it's been 6 years and it's still looking good. When you look at other vehicles on the market, you can see some similarity, but you know what? In 5 years from now, it's still gonna look good. There's probably gonna be a lot of change, but if you look around, the rear, the front, but that's probably the more unique version that we have right now. When you're looking at the rear, the spare tire, which is quite obvious when you look that way. Nice wheels. When you look at the front also, I love what they've done with the chrome, you know, the chrome Toyota logo. You can see also the chrome V6, meaning that we have the big 3.5 inside that car. Look at the lights. The lights in the dark are quite powerful. I love also the chrome accent that you have right there on the fog lights. And when you look at those, you can see a little bulge right there. So if you look at it that way, you're gonna see that's gonna deflect the air so that it's gonna cause less resistance with your mirror right there. So it's those little things that's gonna save you a little bit of gas with that engine that we have right now inside that car. Nice line, nice hood. I love also, look at that, the angle of attack. When you go off-road, well, off-road, that's probably a big word. When you go, I don't know, to a camp or at the lake, so if there's a tree stump, hey, no problem. You're gonna be able, you know, to do your maneuver without hurting the underbody of the vehicle. Nice line on the sides, you can see the mirror, and when I look at the top, we've got the sunroof and all those rails. All those factory-equipped rails, which are quite strong. You're gonna be able to put some cargo on that car, that's for sure. You've got also rain guards. I'm not a fan of rain guards, are you? Well, why don't you write me a comment to tell me why you like those. Right now, these are factory rain guards, dark and tinted. When you look on the side of the vehicle, you've got your blinker in the mirror. You've got also side step, and be careful, you know, during the winter, these are gonna get dirty. So if you have some nice pants on you, be careful, be sure to take your legs further out when you want to leave the car. For the wheels, we have the limited version, so the limited version has 17 inches wheel. So the tire size is gonna be 225, 65, 70. Right now we are running on Dunlop studless Grand Trek SG6. And you know what? That's a good tire for this kind of truck. So if you own the RAV4, go for those Dunlop, you're gonna love them. So nice protection under the car. I still love the design of the side step. It's giving a little look. And even the exhaust, since we have the limited package, that's only a add-on, but you can see the stainless steel exhaust tip. The unique part of the truck is quite the rear section. So look at that. I'm gonna open the door for you. And by the way, when you put your hands on the handle up front, it's gonna unlock, and you have your lock button that you can press to simply lock the car. So let's open that door. And yes, it's a side opening. So let me imagine if there was a car behind me. Look at that. It needs a great big opening. That's probably one of the flaws that we have right now with the RAV4. As soon as you close it, you can see it requires a hard pull, or you know, it feels quite heavy, you know, for these little hinges there. So, and by the way, you have LED lights in the rear, so that's a nice touch of design for a 2010 vehicle. Right now, the spare tire, let me show you. If you had the sports version, you wouldn't have any spare tire. You would have run flat tire installed on the truck. But right now, since we have the limited, we have a full spare. And let me show you how to remove it. First of all, you have to open the door a little bit, and you have this thing right there under that you need to pull. And as soon as you remove that, I'm gonna be careful with my assistant. There you go, you just remove the cover and you're able to access your full-size tire. So, as you can see, the tire is brand new right now with markings on it, and it's a Toyota full-size steel wheel. So that's kind of good. So we're gonna put it back. And when you put it back, be sure to align, you know, the connectors with the little line that you have right there, and you have another one on top. So as soon as you align that, you just drop it. There you go. And the last thing you have to do, open the door a little bit, and there you go, put the latches back on, and you are ready to go. We have a hitch under there, Toyota RAV4, four-wheel drive, and I love the TRD off-road right now, the stickers that we have on it. We're not going to do major off-road with that truck, but you know what? It can be, you could be surprised of what it can do. For the fuel opening, just pull right there, and there you go. You're going to have access to the fuel. Just close it. And for the engine compartment, thank you, assistant. And there you go. You can see that 3.5 V6, which is in that RAV4, and that's going to make the most powerful RAV4 ever created. I just love that engine. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the exterior of the 2010 RAV4. I kind of like it. Alright, let's talk about the interior of the 2010 RAV4 V6 Limited Edition that we have right now. As soon as you open the door, you're gonna see that strange color. That's not my type, but you know what? That's what the owner chose when he decided to buy this car. So we have the leather seat. You know, they are not that bad. They offer a good comfort, but you have to be careful, you know, over time. You have to be sure that you put some material to preserve the leather fabric on that truck over time. You know, plastic, you find some hard plastic on the inside. I love the design, you know, of the finish that they did right there. You have some silver, you have some black. Once again, it's inviting when you sit in that RAV4 right now. Let's take place. Complete. You can see the silence right now that we have when we are inside the car. That is not bad at all. Nice design, nice feeling, nice touches, nice material wherever you look inside that truck. So for the key, in 2010 they even had an engine start-stop button, so you don't have to insert the key anywhere. You just have to press there. There you go. That's gonna light up the radio, and as soon as you push once more on the button, there you go. Everything is ready to be started right now. So clear, easy to read, a lot of light though. When you move to the center, that's the same thing here, a little bit less over here. So if you're tall, you can see that double section is probably gonna hide probably the screen sometime. And if you move down there, yes, we have the automatic version. You know, it's not that bad. You know, it's quite complete, nice finish. You even got some GBL logo on the speaker because we've got that sound system right there inside the car. So there's a lot of storage place also. and I love how it's equipped. So let's start on the left. Right now we've got the AC button, 120 volt. That's going to be to enable the outlet that you have in the rear. You've got downhill assist control. You know, if you go down a hill and you're going to see that the logo is blinking right there, remember that you have to put the truck in low gear. So you have to move all the gear down here and put it in low so that blinker is going to stop. It cannot be used in second gear, so you have to be in first to enable that. You've got the lights there, the fog lights. You've got complete commands over the steering wheels. You can press the mode button, so it's going to change your radio, different setting. That's going to be the same thing if you push up or down here. That's going to go through your memory of the radio. Bluetooth found. You can change also the display right there when you push on that button, so it's going to change the information on your exterior temperature, of your average fuel consumption. And you know what, it's full. You don't need anything more with that. Cruise control, as soon as you turn it on, you're gonna see also that light inside. If we move to the right, you've got your different wiper position in front and in the rear, and you've got also a lock button. The lock mechanism is gonna lock the traction between the front and the rear wheels. That's going to be for serious off-roading or if you get stuck during winter. And remember, you have to let it turn to that state and not let it blink, you know, to give some acceleration after that. And by the way, you're going to be able to use that function on 0 to 40 kilometers per hour. So the radio, quite simple, memory, XM, satellite, and the sound is not that bad. Wait a minute. We've got a good bass, a good subwoofer in the back, and it's not a bad sound for 2010. For the temperature, easy control, you've got to get used to that round knob, you know, if you want to enable it, turn it off, dual mode. It's quite easy, you know, it's not that complicated when you know how to use those buttons, but it's got a small display. I would have preferred it a little bit bigger. If we move down there, you've got your traction control button, so as soon as you push on it, you're gonna see the track off, and if you hold it and maintain it, you're gonna see another blinking right there, which is gonna appear. It's mean that the traction system and the stability system is completely turned off. So right now you've got a V6 with a lot of power, 3.5 liter, and a transmission, 5-speed transmission that you can switch gears. You know, you can put it into manual right there. It's going to be 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can see also when I change it, I've got that changing number right inside my my display. And no traction, no stability system, just pure winter fun. You've got also heated seat that you can turn on or off, and you've got also your washer fluid and wiper heating. 12-volt guts right there, a little storage space, nice big cup holders, mirror adjustment, auxiliary input, and no, there's no USB right now for this vehicle right there. You can open that section right there, and you've got 2 compartments. You've got one that you can access by simply pulling it right there. Well, let me access it. How do I open it right now? Doesn't seem to want to open. There you go. So you don't have to push on the button. So if you push a button, there you go, it's opening full. And if you simply pull it, there you go, you've got a little section right there. Another neat storage is that one. When you push open, you're gonna see a little place to put some stuff in, but you don't close it that way. That's not the proper way to do it. So you have to push open, and if you want to close it, push back on the button. There you go, nice storage space, nice big, and you can lock it with the key. And you know what? It's kind of complete. Oh, and by the way, when you put it into reverse, there you go, you're gonna see appear a camera. It's quite small, it's not that precise, but you know what? In 2010, I could live with that. Once again, if you want some lighting, there you go. Nicely equipped, even with the extender right there. So let's start that little engine. Not bad. Oh, I just love the revving. Automated window. incredible sound as soon as you pass the 4,000 revolution. And let's go to the rear. Nice door opening, nice big door for your passenger. Oh, right now my seat all folded. Let's pull them up, and you can adjust also the seat the way you want it. And by the way, with one hand right now it's quite difficult, so I'll let that do. But right there you've got your outlet, and if you want to raise the seat, just pull it. There you go. You can also only lower that little section that we have right there by pulling on that string, and that's going to give you access to your cup holders right there that you are seeing. The movement is a little bit heavy, you know, when you pull and you want to place it. But you know what? Once you're sitting, you're going to be able, you know, to lower that seat to the position that you want. And that's a great thing. I love that. If you pull it, there you go. You've got a flat folded floor. That's not bad. Let's open the back door. Okay. Lots of space in the trunk, lots of space. Right there you can see there's cup holder position, because back in the other option that you can have a third row for children, not adult, so that you can sit in. Lots of storage space right there. Once again, if I raise that, another storage space. This is so complete. And if I want to lower the seat, I just take that handle right there. Boom, there you go, and you can see you've got a lot of space. So right now there's the fabric which tend to raise itself a little bit, but you know what? You're gonna have to be careful when you raise that seat so that this fabric goes in between and not over. So I just pull right there the cargo cover. It's quite full. A nicely done interior, and that heavy door. And by the way, yes, some net that you can put your washer fluids, and that subwoofer which is in the back right there. Be careful with the plastic. I told you guys there's a lot of scratches right now on the plastic, and you know what? That's common with the RAV4, so you have to be careful what you put it in. Be really careful, secure your cargo so you won't have a mess right now with your RAV4 over time. Nice interior, nicely done. I can have fun with that truck, that's for sure. Yeah. Alright, let's talk about the road handling of the Toyota RAV4 2010 V6 Limited Edition. The first thing that we can observe is as soon as we step on the gas pedal, man, this little SUV comes alive. And that's due to the 3.5 liter V6 engine that we've got inside. So right now I'm on the highway, flooring it. There you go. Boom, light speed. Yes, this is one fast little SUV that is gonna make probably it's going to make some pass over some sport coupe. I'm pretty sure about that. So the 3.5 V6, you've got 269 horsepower at 6,200 RPM. That's a little bit high because the red line is kind of near, but where it catches up is where its peak torque is. Peak torque is coming about 4,700 RPM, and you're going to have 246 pound-feet of torque. And the beautiful thing about that is that you don't have to spend on the premium fuel. You can use regular fuel with that engine and still got those numbers. So that's impressive. So that's a nice thing that they designed it that way. So right now the gas price is at the lower, so you won't have to spend any more. And fuel economy is not bad with the V6. It's quite similar to the 4-cylinder. So if you want a 4-cylinder, by the way, you can have it in 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, same thing for the V6. But the 2-wheel drive, it's going to be 179 horsepower, 172 pound-feet of torque, which is not that bad, but you know, it's okay for the size of car that we have right now. So talking about towing, so when we look at towing numbers are quite good. You can tow 2,000 pounds with the truck, and if you're equipped with the proper tow package, you're going to be able to do 3,500 pounds, which is once again not bad numbers. If you go for fuel consumption is going to be 12.3 in the city, but when you're going to go on the highway, you're going to be able to lower that number to 9 liters per 100 kilometers. And guess what? The 4-cylinder is not doing a lot better. It's quite similar to those numbers, so that's a nice thing right now that they made a V6 which can be quite economics. We've got a 5-speed transmission right now, 5-speed ACT automatic transmission, and it's doing a good job. It's not a fast transmission when you want to shift gears. You have a manual mode that you can select the gears that you want to go in. So it's a pattern right now on the shifter. Right now 5,000 RPM, flooring it. There you go, red line, and I've hit the red line. So you have to switch to change the gear yourself so that it won't hit the red line and stay in that gear. So it's giving you some latitude to do whatever you want with the gear setting, and that's appreciated. So the transmission is not the fastest one. So when you're going to be at like 80 right now, you're flooring it, little delay, but whoa, major power. There you go. I'm already at 100 and too much. So transmission is not bad. The all-wheel drive system that we have right now is an electric on-demand four-wheel drive. It is not meant to go off-road. It is not meant to, you know, get stuck in the mud with it. It is not meant, you know, to try to cross a ditch with it. But you still have a locking mechanism that you're going to be able to lock between the center axle, front and rear wheels, a repartition 50-50, but it's not going to work from side to side. So if you've got a wheel slipping, leave the 8-track system on, the traction control. Leave it on, because if you leave it on, the system's going to probably slow down that wheel and try to do the best to get the traction to the wheel that needs it. So it's not meant to cross a ditch, but you know what? When you're going to be in winter condition, when you're going to be on the highway with icy situation, when you're going to be on the road with a lot of snow, it will get you through. So if you put good tires on the car, you're going to be able to do marvelous thing with that little truck. And you know what? Switch out the control and you're gonna have fun with that during the winter, that's for sure. Inside cabin noise, right now there's a lot of wind, a lot of crosswind, and those are slippery condition that we had during the filming of the video, and it affected our fuel consumption. We averaged 11.7. It affected it demands a lot on the system of the traction also. Right now I can hear a lot of wind noise, you know, coming on the highway, but you know what, there is a major crosswind coming directly at us with the vehicle. And when the temperature gets colder, right now we have many plastic noise inside. You know what, the plastic quality is kind of average for a Toyota vehicle, but hey, it was 2010, so they made it a lot better, but still it's one of the best SUV right now, I think, on the market with the V6. Man, I don't know why they dropped that V6, because it's powerful, you've got good fuel economy with it, you're going to be able to tow a lot. So Toyota made the decision to simply drop it, and right now you can have that 3.5 liter in a lot of their vehicles. So I don't know why they didn't keep that option, probably because of sale, but hey, if I would buy this kind of truck, I would go for the V6, that's for sure. So you've got good comfort for the passenger in front, in the rear. You've got heated seats, you've got also a heated wiper that's going to help you during the winter. The visibility, talking about the rear, you know, you can see a part of the spare tire, but it's not that bad. And you can see also that the wiper is off center, so when you're going to start it, you're going to see it go, but it's going to clear more one side of the window than the other side, but still that's not a problem. Be careful with the plastic, with the interior plastic. So that's a thing that gets scratched up pretty easily. And the next thing is the color inside. I don't like the color, but that's a personal taste. Right now I would have chosen black, but hey, it's a used vehicle. Sometimes you don't have the choice to get exactly the option that you want, but still, if the color doesn't mind you, well, go for it. Only yeah, another thing I nearly forgot is the material that they use to make the steering wheel. It gets slippery with gloves, and it gets so cold during winter, and that's a bad thing. So get used to it. They change the material over the years, but still that's probably one of the part I dislike the most about that vehicle. Otherwise, turn on the sound system, enjoy the JBL audio system, and you're gonna have fun with your vehicle, that's for sure. Girl song, no good for me. Let's talk about the history of the RAV4. The RAV4 started in 1996. Jellybean style, small, mix of urban and adventurous driving for, you know, driver wanted to go away from the traditional compact car. 1997, new materials inside. The two doors, you had a sunroof added to the four-door model, and it was better. They made better sound insulation inside the car. 1998, minor change to the grille, to the front headlight, to the rear headlights, also to the interior of the RAV4. Convertible was available, and that was the first in the two-door models. It followed probably the style of the Sidekick, you know, back then, those little car that you go simply drop the top and enjoy the sun. But here in Quebec, Canada, a little bit cold, you know, to choose that version to ride with that during all year long. 1999, you had assorted seats, leather seats,
assorted color also to the mirrors, the door handle, the front bumper, rear bumper. You had also special edition that has been added. The spare tire was a regular size and with a steel wheel. In 2000, no change besides the cup holders inside the car. Yes, there been modification to that, and the depth of the convertible two-door. That's sad. 2001, major redesign, also major change to the mechanical components of the car. 2002, minor cosmetic changes, and they redid the option choice. 3 new color, and gone is the good gold vintage color. I know, I'm pretty sure you missed it. You know, that kind of old color that nobody choose except your grandfather. 2003 sports package, which is available with a sport grille. You had a hood scoop, which was not functional, heated mirror on the exterior, and you know, sports seats. 2004, new engine, and they did a little bit of makeover on that vehicle. 2.4, 161 horsepower, more aggressive styling, and the equipment, the standard equipment came with traction control, stability control, ABS, air, AC. You know, there was a lot of stuff, even 6-speaker. So now we're getting into business with the RAV4. And they made also some modification to the airbag, you know, to get them more secure, and a lot more of them to get better crash test result. 2005, gone is the JBL 3-in-1 audio system. And you had the package for who gets, once again, a new grille and some sports pedal, you know, metal pedal. Yeah, those are good. I know you like them, huh? 2006, new design, more power, because the V6 was available, and the truck just get bigger with more spaces. 2007, once again, modification to the airbag, and you had the JBL option that came with all the function available on the steering wheel, and Bluetooth connectivity. 2008, no change because it was all new. 2009, more power once again to the 4-cylinder. You had some change once again to the front grille and to the bumpers, and also to the headrest for more security. 2010, minor changes for the interior. 2001, they simply reorganized the option group. And 2012, they got a new interface, a new multimedia interface with touchscreen. 2013, major modification, once again a full redesign, but where is the V6? No, the V6 is dead. And we can all keep the 4-cylinder. That's kind of sad. 2014, new technology group of option with all the things that you need for your blind side monitor, also for the lane change alert. You got many things, automated headlight also, so that's kind of cool. 2015, they changed a little bit the wheels. They added an electrical opening to the trunk, and they simply touch again the front part of it to get better crash test result with the IIHS. So security is pretty important when you get into that Crino of car. 2016, once again, a big change of style, more aerodynamic, using front and rear LED lights. And you got a Model Sport right now, which is available with a better suspension and a different styling, so you can see pretty much the difference. And the big news for 2016 was the hybrid version, who was available, that can make you save a few liters of gas per 100 kilometers. For 2017, we don't know, so we'll see soon.
Back in 2010, this RAV4 V6 Limited version was selling for $3,400,640. Right now, the price on the market, let's add it $120K on the odometer. You're gonna be able to get it for $14K or $16,500. So you can say that it's keeping a good resale value, and that It's a good thanks to the reliability of the vehicle, the general reliability from 1996 until today, which is quite good. Let's talk about 2 years to be careful if you plan to buy a RAV4. The first year is 2002. You had some problem with those transmission. So back then, transmission, the computer, probably stay away from this year. 2007, some engine had a lot of oil consumption. So once again, if it leads to failure, that's not good. So stay away from 2002 and 2007. Right now for the 2010 version, 2 things to be careful: the exterior paint, wax it, wash it during the winter to be sure that there's no rust who's gonna appear on it, and be careful, you know, with that rear door, you know, the hinges on there. So it's a little bit fragile, so there's a lot of weight right now on the door, so be careful when you open it. The interior also, apply some product, you know, to protect the interior, to make sure that there's not gonna have a lot of stress who's gonna appear over time. If you have children, be careful, warn them, because you want to keep your interior clean, I'm sure with that. So thank you to Occasion Ville de Québec who lend us this car, and if you want us to try any used car and do a video about it, well, write to us and we're gonna have fun, you know, doing a video for you. Subscribe to the channel and keep in touch, because that's not gonna be our last video. See you later, guys.